I'm going to quickly demonstrate some of the latest advancements to the risk assessment workflow based on our most recent requirements. And to do so, I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to call it uh, Industrial Humanoid. Let's say this is a humanoid for industrial use. And we're going to just create this project. And as soon as it's created, we drop into the standards analysis. I'm going to skip all of this and instead just add a couple of key standards that we're going to use for our demo. So I'm going to add 10.8 under machine safety. So let's see, actually, there's a version of this that I like the most. That's okay. I'll just choose the top two of these. Should be good. Okay. And we're going to skip the compliance plan and instead go straight home. And we're going to try generating a HARA. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tell ourselves a little bit about what this project is. So this is a humanoid robot safety assessment. And we're going to create a new system or component because if we use existing ones, we haven't done anything with this project yet. This is just a, there we go, it's a physical machine, system name, industrial humanoid, and we can use the default system description, say it's an industrial manufacturing environment, and we won't fill in any other details yet. So we'll leave the just standard operation, and let's go and generate some HARAs. So we're going to make this a 13 for 9 generation, and we're going to upload an image. So I'm going to use a pretty interesting image. I'm going to sort by size, and it's right down here. So this, as you'll see when it uploads, is an image. As you can see, this is an image of a couple different humanoids that I took at a conference. And so we're going to get some pretty cool stuff when we hit generate. I'm going to pause and come back in a minute to take a look. Okay, now that this is back, we'll see some interesting things right here. So first, we get some nice feedback here. So there should be a tooltip that'll show up in a bit where it tells you the reasoning behind severity, probability, etc. And the other is that it looks like this one didn't display it yet, but we typically will get a response like this, which is an actual highlighted hazard visualization. And if we open this in a new tab, we can see something pretty interesting, which is that it actually highlights the specific area in the robot that is a possible hazard. So in this previous case, this was a hazard around operator injury caused by unintended movement or property damage. So pretty useful. Okay, a couple other things that we'll quickly go through. Let's scroll through here. We'll skip generating safety functions for now and safety devices, and we'll just generate the HARA. And once we get the HARA, we can save it to the project, and we can get some interesting things out. So if we scroll to the very bottom, you can see that we can export the HARA Excel, and this HARA Excel is now, this is still the safety function. My mistake. Let's go back over here. Let's click next. Generate HARA. Let's try this other one. We'll see in a minute. Let's reset the project. So we can export the risk assessment, and it's going to be this new file type called professional risk assessment. And it deletes some stuff, but you get a pretty nice description of the overall system, and you get a whole bunch of individual tabs that give you all the details you need. So all the information about these particular hazards, the safety functions, the verification validation plan, and the standards traceability. So the particular clauses that informed these hazards and safety functions, which is quite useful. Okay, so a couple other things that I'm going to refresh and show really quickly. These include, for example, that we now have a bunch of other reports that can be generated. So you can go into reports, see the whole project report, and you can see it's loading validation results down below, where it's actually grabbing all of the clauses for the gap analysis and the risk assessment. So the risk assessment shows up here, but if we go back over and look at this other project, you can also see the actual